Hey guys, Aussie Reptiles here. Now, I apologise for this video being a bit late, but I am doing a May Reptile Room update / tour. Again, like always, this video will be only covering the animals in my room, not outside of my room. But anyway, we'll start here with the baby bearded dragon named Missile, as my little brother calls him. Ignore that buzzing, that's these lights, which you'll see in a second. But anyway, this is Missile, little baby eastern bearded dragon. I bred him, so he is one of my own offspring that I bred myself. So yep, little male, and yeah. Then we'll move to here, which is a bit different. This styrofoam padding and the beads thing is there just to hold down the stripper LEDs. Otherwise, like, you've just got a bright light shining in your face, so it gets a bit irritating. But in here we have, if you can see back there, right there, there's a little frog. That is an Eastern Common froglet. There's 5 of them in here. There's another one right there. So yeah, there's 5 of them in there. Pretty basic setup. The cardboards for crickets and so on, and the lizards and frogs themselves, sorry. Now the water bowl's not full because I don't want them drowning. But yeah, so it's pretty empty, and then the cage gets a spray. Then beside that, we have the banjo frog. I only got one at the moment. I hope to maybe pick up some more. He'll be hiding, so you won't get to see him. Would be good if he would jump out, but no. He's got a pretty simple setup. Some cut up pot plants for him to hide under, some moss and dirt which he buries in, and then his water bowl, of course. These lights don't really stay on. It's just for like when I have people come around, or when I'm making these videos from now on, just so you can see in there. Now up here, I have my woody colony. It's not got very many in it, maybe 50. I hope to buy like 100 more, but for now, this is what I got going. Was crickets. I fed off all the crickets. I think these are going to be easier for me to breed and keep and like maintain. Sort of as more of a sustainable food, as these breed heaps better than crickets, and I always fed off the crickets before they were mature enough to breed anyway. So yeah, that's the roaches. Below that, I got some teddies that my girlfriend bought me, some knives. Here we have a fish tank. In here I have neon tetras, some baby platies, bristlenose catfish, corridoras, and some white clouds. So that's that fish tank. Then beside that, why do I keep saying besides? I got my room set up. Then here we have 2 baby water dragons, Eastern water dragons. Yep, there's one there, but the other one is hiding. Their water bowl needs a clean out, so I'll do that later. Then up here we have the angle-headed dragons, which also their cage is very in need of clean out. So I'll do that after this video. And there's not currently a light on them, as one of the other bearded dragons is borrowing it for the time being. But yeah, that's the angleheads. Yeah, so they've got a bit of a problem. They're not doing too well. Unfortunately, I really do like them. Then up here, as we all know, we have Echo, the blue tongue, who's hiding. I won't disturb her. She's most likely in there. And then we have Rango, the bearded dragon. Now Rango, I'm not sure what he's done, but this leg, it's actually, yeah, okay, that's better now. The other day, his leg was just dead, like it just flopped. I thought maybe he'd pulled a muscle, like maybe climbing on here and it got caught, or he just hurt it, but now I can feel his muscle and the tenseness on it. So I think he's fine. But I was going to take him to the vet. I'll just keep an eye on it and see what happens from this point on. Below that we have the 2 of my blue tongues. I'm not sure where exactly they'll be at. There's one. This is a het albino, and there is a het reduced pattern. So yeah, these 2 aren't a pair, they're just housed together. I hope to breed the reduced pattern, het for reduced pattern, to Echo. and the het albino to my yellow blue tongue, who's having a quick ease as I've just turned their heat lights on, as I'm pretty much putting them into brumation at this current stage. But here is Tiger, or Tigerus. It is a male, but I originally did call it Tigerus. Yeah, and then we've got Viper, the big boy. Another central bearded dragon. Looks nothing like Rango, but they are the same species. Both central bearded dragons. So, yeah. Then here we have Eastern Water Skink, which never gets seen in my videos. Next time he's out, I'll quickly get some footage of him. But yeah, there's an Eastern Water Dragon. An Eastern Water Skink in there. Then in this tank, you can see there we've got, well, you can't see, the Queensland locality, Townsville to be exact, is in here just with his heat pad and his food bowl and water dish. It's not a massive enclosure, but he's put himself into brumation a bit earlier, and so I wanted to chuck the babies into these besides some of them, because they're got heat lights that I can leave on constantly, and while this guy's not going to be out basking, just sleeping, he's in here. So it's not forever, it's just a temporary thing. He's fine in it. And then that's that. And then above we have the 4 baby green tree frogs, which are pretty in need for a upgrade of a tank, as this is getting a bit small and they are getting bigger. Still not huge, but definitely getting bigger. Once they're big enough, I will be putting them in with my other 2 adults, but I don't want them getting eaten because that would suck. Then we move across to here. We have Toothless, Hypermelanistic Blue Tongue. Hypermelanistic Blue Tongues seem to get colder more than other ones. It's just, I don't know why that happens, but yes, so he's got a ceramic heat light which is always turned on, so he's always warm. Even while he's going to be in brumation, he'll still be warm. Below that we have the blotched cross Eastern Blue Tongues. I know you're in there. And wouldn't even be able to tell you where the other one is. They're probably both in there. But yeah, they're so... we'll get it out. Yeah, they are both in there. You can see it much better from my angle, but there are 2 baby blotched cross Eastern Blue Tongues. They're great. Like I've said all the other times I show them off, there's a bit of controversy between crossbreeding the species like this. I don't mind. I have no problem with it. They were cheap. They look cool. I really like the defined scales that the blotched blue tongues have, and so I reckon my adult one that looks pretty much Eastern will look really cool with the defined scales on its face. So yeah, they love their mealworms. They're like as soon as there's mealworms in there, boom, they're out to it. Pretty much anything I put in there, they're straight to it. The other blue tongues kind of hesitate a bit, and then we'll finally eat it, but these guys straight to it. Now below that, this is a het for hypermelanistic, so heterozygous for hypermelanism, which is the black blue tongues. So it's got a single copy of the gene. So she's cool. Hopefully I can breed her this season with this fella. Otherwise I'll work out something else. Maybe breed into one of these ones if I can't get everything to work. Or I'll borrow a mate's blue tongue or something to chuck over. Then down below that, the last tank that is in my room. Just let me hook this up to there. So this tank used to have my brown Eastern Queensland one from Mark Prince, but I've moved it in here with these guys strictly because I want this tank out of my room. It's taking up space. So there's the brown Queensland, doing just fine. Might try to escape. So I'm gonna have to. Okay, can I chuck the hide back down? So there's him. And back in the corner, no one in there, under here is the baby hypermelanistic blue tongue and the silver Queensland blue tongue. They're all doing great. This one is growing like intensely. And so yeah, these three seem to get along. Haven't had any issues so far. But of course I'm keeping an eye on them. I haven't taken this tank away yet just in case there does seem to be some problems. So I might have to move them in the future, but for now they seem fine. You're not getting out. You can go sit back on the rock. So yeah, that is the 3 baby blue tongues down here. Now I know this isn't a massive cage for 3 babies, but it's going to do for now. Especially if they get along. These two just love sleeping in there together. This one I suppose has now taken over the hide. But yes, that is that. Yeah, empty tank. The water dragons, angleheads. There's not much else to say about my room at the moment. Yeah, that's all my animals in my room. I've got 2 turtles out in the kitchen, 2 more bearded dragons outside of my room, a baby that I also is a daughter of this one, and another one which I bought to hopefully breed to him next year, and then also the 2 adult tree frogs. So I'll do individual videos on those at a later date, but for now, this is my April reptile room tour. So here's a quick overview of the whole setup. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and yeah, that's it for now. Leave a comment down below on what you would like to see next, like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.